Hey, what's going on, guys? Travis Patel here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today, I want to do a few things, really. There's a lot of fuss going on about the new Facebook advertising pixel. It looks like that Facebook's going to be switching over from the old conversion pixel setup that they've had in the past to having one main Facebook pixel that you can use for everything. And I'm sure if you've been doing Facebook advertising, you've noticed this been implemented and it's been an option for us all. But really, everyone that I know that's been doing heavy-duty Facebook advertising really is still using that old conversion tracking system. Now, lately, we've had a lot of algorithm changes, a lot of dips in the system, and just kind of it's given a reason for a fresh start on a lot of different ad accounts that we've had, a lot of different campaigns that we're running, and stores that we're setting up. So for a lot of our new stores and really a lot of our old successful stores, we're starting to look at the options and how to use this Facebook advertising pixel. Now, I've not used it at all yet, and I'm pretty much, that's what this video is going to be about, is getting that in place, using that in our ad system, and then we're going to scale an old winner that has been working for us recently with this new Facebook advertising pixel, and then we'll just see how the results go, see if we get the same type of results, and just kind of being expectant to build this pixel up for our targeted audience the way we want it. Let it optimize perfectly for our store and do it the way Facebook's going to have it set up anyways, whereas the second half of 2016, they're getting rid of those pixels, like I said, altogether. So we're going to have to learn how to set this up. Might as well do it now, get a good 6 months practice in before it's going to be a necessary thing. And if we can get it to work now, then it's going to be great. So here is the, inside the Facebook advertising dashboard. You can go into tools and pixels and it'll bring you to this. We have the Facebook pixel, and this is, if you haven't set it up yet, you'll need to create a new pixel, and this is just the one master pixel. As you can see, this is what I called ours, MB3 Empire Advertising Pixel. This is really what we're going to do now is every business account, every ad account we set up in a business manager is going to be for a separate store, that one niche or whatever you're going to be really focusing on, where this advertising account is focused on our apparel store 19th. So I'll probably, change the account to just 19th, and we're only going to focus on 19th products from now on instead of using, where before we were using this ad account and all our ad accounts to do different stores, different niches. But with the way this Facebook pixel setup is kind of going, we wanted to really optimize for that one store. And every time we've ever talked to Facebook, any reps or anything, from the beginning years ago, they've always kind of looked at me weird and been a little weary on my account because of how many fan pages we run, how many different niches we advertise to, when really the base system they want one business set up per ad account, per business manager. That's why they're setting this up like this, and this is why we're going to organize our system that way, so we have an individual Facebook pixel for each store, so they're optimizing for that store buyers across the board. Most business owners that use Facebook, and the way Facebook wants you to use it is just going to be that single store owner. It's going to be that single mom and pop type of business that they're expecting advertising. Where we're a little different, creating an empire with multiple stores, you really got to work around how it's going. So what you can do is, first off, you have this pixel, set it up with whatever your store is, whatever e-commerce store. We're using Shopify, of course, and I'm using the app Trackify, which is from Thomas Bartkey, and this is a great app to kind of install pixels very easily. When you're doing the old system, we were creating 3 pixels, Facebook pixels, conversion pixels for every product that we launched. We had a checkout pixel, we had an add to cart pixel, and we had a key page view pixel, and each of these tracked different things that happened from the audience, and we were able to optimize our ads for these different actions. And now that's still working very well for all those big guys out there that are running the heavy duty ad campaigns, still working well for us as well. But what we're trying to do, like I said, is it looks like they're forcing us to go this direction, so might as well learn now. And it's been a good time since we've seen these dips over the past every couple days here, over the past month. Then it's a good time to kind of switch over and learn the system. Since we're just kind of launching heavy duty anyways, it's a numbers game, especially on this apparel store. So We set this up on the Shopify store with Trackify. You just have to have this one little ID. Now, like I said, I'm very new to this, just started using it. So I'm not very clear on how it goes either, but we're going to go through and kind of see how it works. I'm going to hit the cow niche first, kind of my standard first go-to, because we have good success there with everything we do. So we can really see some numbers come in, plus we know the data. So what I'm going to do with the cow niche, I have the 19th store with all types of cow products. And what I'm going to start off with is I'll create an audience that's for anyone who visits any of these cow pages. So it looks like this is kind of just a normal audience creation setup. People who visit specific web pages. And then on 19th, we'll go to the cow section. And we'll just copy paste all those URLs to create that master cow audience. Now, I've created this audience before in the audience section. I'm not sure if this will be, I think it'll be the same that set up this Facebook pixel. But we'll just go ahead and start anew on this little walkthrough here. So we'll go into animals, go to cows. And I've been dialing in my stores where I was using kind of a test ground to launch anything and everything, and now I'm kind of dialing it back into an apparel store only, and we're creating more and more Shopify e-commerce stores that has specific product types, specific niches that we're only focusing on, and that's where those Facebook pixels are really going to help. This is loading very slow, which that's something we need to work on with 19th. We've seen is our load times are becoming very slow. I don't know if it's pictures or if it's just we have so many products or what's going on. All right. So what we can do, we'll copy a link, and instead of putting in a notepad, we'll just go straight in here. It's being a little bitch. All right, so one at a time. I'll go down the list. We've got quite a few, so I'll zip through this. And obviously this is something that once you've done once, I'm recording it now, you can then just hand that recording off to a virtual assistant, or someone you can find on Odesk, or high school students in your local area, whatever it is. But this is an easy task that you don't want to be doing yourself every time, especially if you're hitting a bunch of niches, kind of like we are in the 19th store here as a general store testing ground. So we have a ton of niches to do this with, and I'll just hand this off to my VA, and they'll pump out, all of them. All right, now we have all of our links in there for the cow products. Now what we can do, we're going to finish this off by first off bumping up to the max amount of days, which is 180. We're going to definitely include that website, that past traffic. And we're going to call this one our, let's say, like, this will be an audience that we can always launch to. We have new products launching. People that visit all of our products in the cow niche, all that whole list, is people are interested in cow products and cow novelty goods and passion goods. So they're good for new launches. And then you can even start building audiences of all the cow people who bought cow products, or the people who added cow products to their cart. So all these are a little bit more dialed in. So this one, audience name, we're going to go with 19 Master Audience Cow Niche. So I always know we'll create audience. And now what we can do is we want to create audiences for those individual products as well. So we're going to go ahead and focus on the one I want to scale. So I'm going to scale this Cow Whisperer. It's done pretty good. We just did a small little run where here's the little product breakdown. We launched it, like mid-September. Had $5 ad going to it per day for the past few weeks, and did about 30 sales there, $960 in gross. And then if we look at our ad, this is the ad we set up, just a simple website conversion ad. Like I said, $5 a day, spent 130 bucks, and good ROI there. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and take this and scale it with this new Facebook pixel, like I said. So we'll start off by creating an audience for this this page. Now, I'm pretty sure that these are the same audiences as I'm just going into here and clicking audience there, it'll be the same thing associated here. So I already have a Cow Whisperer audience set up, but just to kind of show you guys, we'll go ahead through the exact process here again, and we'll use that one. Kind of like I said, we're starting from scratch a little bit. So here's the Cow Whisperer page, sales page. We're going to grab that link just like we did with the master audience. We're going to go ahead and go with just a single link, 180 Cow Whisperer audience. Page audience. Page view audience. There we go. Create audience. Alright, now what we can also do with this new pixel, instead of creating those individual pixels like the checkout pixels, like I said, and the add to cart pixels and things like that, you can create custom conversions that are tracked. Now, I've just started to play around with these, and you can see a few I created over here. Haven't figured out how to delete them once you've created them, and it seems like you can only use the single URL once. Whereas if you're using just one URL with these custom conversions, you can't create a second custom conversion with that same single URL. It tracks everything when you create these custom conversions, is how it seems. So we're going to go ahead and create a custom conversion for our Cow Whisperer shirt. So URL contains, again, we could go, if you're going to do tracking and stuff, you want to track them all. Now, our categories here are view content, search, add to cart, initiate checkout, add payment info, purchase, lead. Now, as far as I understand it, this conversion pixel, this thing we're setting up, this custom conversion setup, will track all of these when you're doing in the reports and the data and all that. You'll be able to see all of this. We'll go ahead and go with a purchase here. Or no, let's go with an add to cart, and we'll be able to optimize, I guess, to our add to cart here hopefully later. No, I'll go purchase. Who knows? Alright, create next. Now we can name this. This is Cow Whisperer purchase, I guess. Define a conversion value. Now an average shirt sale rakes in about, I think it's like $16.94 or something like that. So we're going to say every conversion purchase that happens here, we're making $16.94. This is going to make it a little bit easier to track our ROI and all that kind of stuff. All right, so that conversion pixel is set up. Now this is using the exact same pixel, the main pixel you have with your Facebook account here. The same one. This is all we have to set up on the Shopify store and your store, and it tracks all these audiences, everything, where before we had to set up the individual pixels here onto those individual sales pages, where that's the whole point of this main Facebook pixel, to make it easy. So we have the Cow Whisperer purchase. I guess we could do something like a cow niche conversion pixel, where we'd add, like we did the custom audience, we'd add all of those cow URLs into this conversion setup. Alright, so you've created 4 of 20 custom conversions allowed for this account. We'll see what happens there. I'm only allowed 20, so that's interesting. Alright, so let's go ahead and set up our ads. Now we had our old ad campaign here. We'll go ahead and start something similar. Here's our old post. We could go ahead and just restart up that one, which will probably help out a lot since it already has some social data and some good stuff going on. Or we could just go ahead and post a brand new one. Whereas if we look at the data here, where was that? Oh, here we go. We can see the best sellers were actually hoodies, and it's actually becoming that kind of cold weather season again. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and post on this same fan page a similar ad, but we'll just do the hoodie. So it won't be the tank top there, which is the opposite of the hoodie. Let's go ahead. We'll go into cows are awesome. All right. hoodie. Now, if we want to use the link that sends them directly to the hoodie, we could do that too with that. So let's go ahead. We're going to create that ad. Now we'll go into our cow store. Maybe let's even change it up so the initial one they see is going to be the hoodie. That might be a good idea to do as well. A lot going on here. And look at this. It's very ugly. Doesn't look like my guy listens very well. Sometimes you have VAs don't do it correctly. It's not what we're supposed to have there at all, but that's alright. Someone just got fired after this shit. Alright, so our old pixels here, this is what we were using before. We don't need to have those anymore. That is set up correctly. Now we want the hoodie, we want that to be the first one, so I'm going to go ahead and slide that over here in the initial. And this will bring the hoodie up to our, as long as it's associated correctly, that will be the initial option that pops up, I'm pretty sure. So let's go ahead and save and make sure that is working correctly. Now we'll click view. It should pop up the hoodie version. Black t-shirt, small, damn it. Okay. How do we, maybe we have to rearrange. Reorder variants, here we go. Reorder variants, there we go. I can put hoodie first, black, perfect. Yeah. Alright, refresh that. I might just be cookied on that. There we go. There we go. Showing up the hoodie. Alright, cool. So now that automatically send them there. We'll have to update our collection here. So looks good. We want to post this onto our fan page. So we have the new hoodie. What do we call it? Cow hoodie. Alright, what do we got as far as maybe some what they call it, emoticons? Let's look at some. Do we have a cow emoticon? Let's play with our ad here. Been having fun with these things lately. Let's look for a cow. Can we do that? No. Animals, animals. Alright, here we go. Animals. Is that a cow? Facebook cow. I like it. Alright, so we can, I think, just copy there. There we go. Sweet. Are you a cow whisperer? Maybe capitalize. Cow whisperer. By here. Boom, boom, boom. Very simple. Publish that sucker. Alright, so there is our base ad of what we'll start off. Now, in this case, we know it's a winner. We've seen the results already, like I've shown you. Now the key is to set up scaling, and we'll see how it works out with the new pixel as far as what's going to optimize. Excuse me. All right, so first thing we need to do is set up our base advertisements here through the Power Editor. You make sure and download, update your stuff. We're going to go ahead and set up both a base page post engagement ad and a base website conversion ad. Then I'm going to go ahead and use something like Quia to scale this by age groups and interests and things like that. Make it a little easier to create a bunch of ads that can start off tomorrow. So go ahead and in the ad set here, I'm going to go ahead, we'll go ads, I'm going to go ahead and create ad. Create a new, your lead generation campaign. All types of new stuff Facebook's doing here. All right, so Cow Whisperer, PPE. Actually, I'm going to start with a page boost, which is still PPE. I guess I'll just go PPE. Hoodie, since this is how we're starting off. PPE auction page post engagement looks good. Now start off with our PPE. I'm going to go with fans or friends of fans. Page boost. Good PPE kind of. When I'm scaling, I like to use all types of ads. And this is, we're starting with the fan pick 1. We can always try this out differently later on. It's a hoodie. Just be clear so I don't have to try too much out. Now this is, I'm going to choose Cow Whisperer. Or excuse me, cows are awesome as our page. Use existing posts. We want to select that one we just created. It's already been shared. 4 likes, 2 shares already, so I can tell you that's going to blow up when we advertise it. All right, tags. Now we can go ahead and add on tags. I use them Provly to really check everything. I'm just going to rely on the pixel to do what it's supposed to. Now this automatically had added a bunch here. We don't need to add any of that. See what we got here. I assume this option will be gone once once it's only that master Facebook. Let me make sure master ATC, so B3. Yep. All right, so we're just going to, that's just our old pixel we created. This has nothing to do, oh, here we go. Track all conversions from my Facebook pixel. So let's go ahead and do that. There we go. Perfect. Scary. All right, so we'll go into ad set, and to start here, $5 a day looks good. It's late at night, so I'm going to start this off tomorrow morning at 8 a.m. The audience I want to connect with, first off, we're going to turn off the right column. None of this I really care about. The audience is something we do want to change, so I'm going to go with 18 to 65. This is mostly women who are into our products. So we're going to go women 18 to 65 plus, United States. We're not going to hit any interest or anything. What we're going to do with this first one is connect with people who are connected to our fans. So friends of people who like your page. This is going to get just kind of that PPE, that page post engagement effect, bringing in new likes, bringing in new fans, bringing in fresh audience. This is very, just a good thing to do when you have a scaling campaign, when you're really trying to hit a niche. Do this for all of your best posts that you have. Anything that is getting a lot of action, a lot of shares, and your fans like it, do one of these, $5 a day, and you'll get a lot of fresh leads coming in. You see we got 30.2 million people we're able to hit here who are friends of people who like our page, women 18 to 65. So I'm going to go ahead and save that one. All right. So now what I can do is I'll go ahead and create the initial PPE ads that I like to set up as well. So we're going to go with duplicating this initial one. We're going to keep the same campaign. It's still going to be in the PPE campaign of this whole setup. but we are going to change, what we're actually targeting. So in this one, $5 a day starting tomorrow still. I'm going to edit this audience where we don't want friends, we don't want any connections like this. We're going to go interest, and we're going to go with kind of the full run of our cow lover audience, which is, best age groups are 35, 54, usually with animals. We're going to hit that kind of wider group here to see what we can do. Now we can go either very broad interests, we can go very dialed in, things that we know work. With PPE, I like to go a little broader, a little bigger. Now in this little scaling setup, I have a few different ways we're going to go about it. We're going to do, first off, we have the page boost I set up. Next off, we're going to go with grouped ages and dialed in interest, things that I know have worked. So like that last ad I show you here, we're just going to use those same interests we have with this one. And then we're going to do the large interest broken down by individual age groups, and you'll see how that goes here. All right, so that's just our kind of initial 210,000, 21 to 54. Are grouped out, looks pretty good to start, and you can really add a lot more to this, where in this case I'm going to go ahead, since this is the whole large PPE ad, I might go, no, it looks okay, that's fine. So yeah, looks good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and save audience, make sure it says people include at least one, yes. Double check everything, save that. Now in this case I'm going to go mobile and desktop, PPE, no problem. 8 a.m. looks good. Alright, now we need to change the name of that, where this is going to be women 21 to 54, dialed interest, mobile and desktop. This is page boost, friends of fans, women. Okay, I'll do here. We can go ahead and duplicate this one. I'm going to go ahead and create one with also the very broad interest audience. So we're going to go with like cattle, like literally just cattle. That's 5.8 million. Let me see what other count. 8. Okay, looks good. A little large. We could break this. I'm going to break these down individually into age groups, but for this one, that's even a little big. Large interest. Mobile MD looks good. Now next off, we want to go ahead and we can create a website conversion ad setup, which we're going to go ahead and set this up for retargeting. We're going to set them up in separate age groups with all the interests together, and then also we're going to set up dynamic retargeting ads for your catalog, since we have so many products and things. So that's how we're going to hit the W side of things. And then these are all the initials, and like I said, we're going to upload and then scale, break these down even more. So let's go ahead and set up our WC campaigns. So before I create these WCs, I'm going to go ahead and create that custom as well. So once again, we'll have to create that list of URLs. Let's see if we can maybe grab that audience we just created. Alright, so I've got the cow niche master purchase custom conversion here set up. It's got all our cow product URLs in there. So it's going to track, this is what we can really optimize to, I guess, to be most similar to how we were doing it before. We'll see how well that goes. Where the heck are we? Alright, now, Power Editor, like we were doing before, we need to set up the the website conversion campaign. So I'm going to do that again here, just like I did before. All right. So we'll go ahead and create a new ad set again. Create new, Cow Whisperer, hoodie, WC. Change this one to website conversion. This is going to be women, 21 to 54, dialed interest, mobile, fan pick 1, hoodie. All right, we're going to set this up to the exact same campaign as we had before. Or the same post, excuse me, which it has been taking off nicely. 33 likes, 7 comments, 12 shares. We're going to track from our Facebook conversion pixel. That's good. Now we're going to optimize to that new conversion, the custom conversion we just set up, which we're calling, there it is, Cow Niche Master purchase. $5 to start. We're going to start this one tomorrow. Alright, so for this one, we'll go ahead and do the same thing we did before on the PPE. 2154. Set up the 2 different styles. Got Showtimes Junior. Alright, so there's the same 210. We'll go with the WC. Kind of testing them out. Going to be split testing them against each other. And we're just going to turn off anything that doesn't work. You know, that's as you're going to go along. Now we're going with just mobile on these. Now you can split test mobile and desktop, see what converts, or even have them both. But for now, we're not going to worry about that. I'm going to let it optimize for my conversion pricing. 8 a.m. tomorrow, WC, looks good. We're going to go ahead and duplicate. Keep same. Use existing, yes. And now we're going to change our target here to those larger interests again. Cattle. Cattle, and then I think it was like cattle feeding. Was that the other one we did? Show cattle. Dairy cattle, maybe it was, yeah. There we go. Those 3, 5.8 mil. Save, looks good. All right. This is large interest. 5. The M and the W is going to throw us off. All right. That all looks good. Now we can upload changes to add those two. We already uploaded the PPE ads, and now we have the WC. Now what we can do here is start scaling. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. I had pretty much shut down everything over the past few days as we're rehauling, so we have 2 new ads going here. Make sure they're set up correctly. Alright, large interest, page boost to women of friends. And then our dialed interest is our PPE. And we also have our WC, which is our large and dialed mobile only. Now this is all starting tomorrow. Looks good. That's about $25 a day on this shirt we're going to be spending. Now what we can do, since we know it's a winter, I'm going to go ahead and break down into single ages for our PPE large interest and our WC large interest. And you can do the same with the dialed interest if you want, or even split up individual interests, but we're going to start with our large ones first. So let's go ahead. I'm going to go Quaya. Alright, so let's go ahead. My campaigns. We can look at my ads we have here. Now, as you saw in the Power Editor, I set the initial campaigns. Now with Quaya, we can come in and really scale them easily, which we're going to have to maybe go ahead and download ads and campaigns. All right, we're going to grab the ad we have here. Perfect. Now for our PPE, remember we said we don't need right column, we don't need audience network here. We're going to go with desktop and the mobile news feed. Now you can split test these by clicking split, and it'll double those up. Go all mobile devices, looks good. Only Wi-Fi, you know, any of that stuff. So placement looks good, looks good. Create. Alright, now we also, for our WC campaigns, we're only going mobile, so we'll change this up later on. In this case, we're going to go into set targeting. Now, new targeting. Alright, so I just type it in, it's just pissing me off. Alright, here's our individual splits. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to target our budget $1 on each of these as they run. Looks good. Now we can generate 34 new ads. And we want to use our existing campaign where this is the PPE setup. We're going to go with Cow Whisper Hoodie PPE. Now this is our prefixes. We're going to US, women, large, interest. And then as you see at the end, it gives you the 54, 54. That's what's splitting. In this case, we've got mobile. We'll go M and D. There we go. Start time, we will start tomorrow. And never, we're going to go 1 per day. Ad set budget, 1 per day. Total budget, US dollars. Pay for post engagements, max bid. Don't worry about that stuff. $1. Alright, they're saying 2 is the minimum, so I'll go ahead and do 2 on the stupid thing. Pay for, I guess, impressions. And we will go ahead and generate 34 ads. Alright, so we just want to double check everything. Looks pretty good. And I'm going to go ahead and click Publish 34 Ads. All right, now we can go through the same process with the WC ads. It's going to be the same exact setup here. Our targeting, we're going to do the exact same. Now all we have to do is on the third step, instead of associating it with the PPE ad campaign, we're going to associate it with the WC campaign. Let's go ahead and generate more. Our pixel is our cow, I guess what we call it, cow niche conversion. Got it. 19th master audience, cow niche. Right? Oh no. Cow niche master purchase. I guess that's maybe cow niche master. It's not showing up for this one. So this is still, Quiet's still using the old conversion set. Alright, so we're just going with the 19th store pixel. Yes, women. Mobile, and then separate ages, 17, 8 o'clock. Done. 2 offsite conversions, yes. Pay for impressions, yes. We'll automatic bid again. And then we'll generate our 24 here. Publish ads. Alright, so that should have successfully split everything. Let's go ahead, we can go back into our ad account, and things will be, you know, uploaded as we go. They might not all be in there, but they should be being created now. WC, there we go. So large interest, 26, 27, 28, 29. Not delivering because they're not created. The ads aren't actually finished yet, but you can see it's pumping them out right now. Within the next few minutes, it will be done. So here's a few that are done. Let's go ahead. We can click in there to make sure everything is on par. So there's our ad post, optimized CPM. There's our dairy, our interest, age 53, female, desktop and mobile. See, we forgot to change that actually. We were supposed to only go mobile, but we got desktop and mobile here, so that's okay. But that's what we would want to fix when we scaled. Let's check our PPE, make sure those are going. Looks good. So pending review, everything starts tomorrow, $2 a day. Would have liked to start those at $1 a day, but Quiet didn't allow me. And then I'll come in, check in later, you know, a few days, we'll see how they go, and we'll turn on off whatever needs to be done. So hope this helped you guys. We'll see how the results turn out, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey, what's going on, guys? Here we are back checking in on our progress with the new Facebook pixel and the getting the store ads cranking back up and all that. In the last section, you saw us set up the initial PPE and WC ads here. You can see after the 24 hours there, just starting at 8 a.m. Yesterday, we spent about $107.03. And we had really great results where we saw about $703.63 here in revenue. Now that's not with product costs taken out or anything like that, but you know, we saw a couple $100 profit here when everything's said and done. Most of these products, you know, where this store is a general store, has a lot of stuff on there. Most of the sales came from our Cow Whisperer shirt that we were promoting. But we sold a lot of other cow goods, we sold a lot of other farm animal goods, and then we had a few random product sales as well in unrelated niches. So we're pretty much going to only count the things that are related to this industry. that are selling, since we know they're all kind of conjoined. We'll just kind of keep those out of the numbers. So we'll say we did about $600 revenue with $100 spent and probably around $200 product cost. So about $300 profit on day one there, just getting things started back up. So that's really great to see. What we can do here to see what's going on is we can check out our stats. Now, I've been diving in here and I've noticed, maybe I didn't set up the conversion pixel right, or I don't know how to read it yet. I have a buddy coming in, going to come and kind of mentor me on how he sets this up and how we can really read the right results for our testing today and our ad setup. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll set up a link tracker with Improvly on every ad, so I can heavily monitor which one of these ads and what links are actually producing the sales and what they're selling. Where right now, if we dive into these, we haven't spent much yet, so we can't tell exacts, but I have no idea what's really selling products and what's just causing clicks and all that stuff. These are the PPE, so they're just breaking it down by page post engagements. You can see we're spending very little. The Friends of Fans one is always a good PPE ad, especially in a niche like this, any passion niche, because everyone who are friends really like that same type of stuff. So we're spending about $1 per post engagement. That's probably bringing in quite a few sales, gift sales and stuff like that. We have the dialed in interest are producing very well, as we thought they would. And then the large interest, which we broke those down, those have just kind of started to, we're only doing $2 a day. So we want to spend about $10 to $20 before we make any judgments on those. And what I'll do is I'll also take all our smaller dialed interest and we'll break those down here in a next round as well. For now, we're just going to let these run another 2 or 3 days before we make any, big judgments. Here's the WC side of things, which we had one, I think, do a conversion. Maybe not. Maybe that happened today. We got a few of these. And you can see it's counting the conversions for the custom conversions we set up. Those aren't all purchases, though, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. They might all be purchases. I guess they might be, since that's 13 and we had 14 sales yesterday. Okay, yeah, those are actually doing well. Sweet. All right. So, yeah, well, that's just checking out the reports here. You can break this down just the same way we did before with the old system. If we want to check out things like, here's all our Facebook pixel actions that are going on. You can check out the individual conversions we've set up, all that good stuff. So yeah, there's reporting. That's what we want to do first. Now what we can start doing is we'll set up our retargeting ads, where on day one we've had all these ads going. We're spending all this money getting traffic and clicks and stuff coming through. So we have a custom audience we set up, remember, for anyone who visited the Cow Whisper sales page, and that's hit at 500 there in day one. So what we can do with that is we're going to take this and we'll create a retargeting ad with this audience, so that those people who already visited can see again, help our conversions and boost there. We'll do a desktop, a mobile, and a right-hand sidebar retargeting ad. So I guess we can go ahead and create that, which I think it's 1200 by 628 is our typical ad size. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our product link. And we are going for that hoodie. We have had a lot of hoodies sell out of them. Had a lot of long sleeves sell too with this initial first day. So that's something to keep in mind there. With these ads, we want to make sure they see the graphic big time, especially if we're going to do a right-hand sidebar. We want to make sure that's easily seen. Maybe we'll go with long sleeve since that was selling well. Purple. All right, we'll try something like that. And you can always test these out. A lot of time I have the best success by just having the single one in the middle, which will have that as well as number 2. Sweet. 2 Cow Whisperer hoodies just sold. Phone just ringed me in. Those are fun. Alright, so we'll go with retargeting ad 1. And just to test out the basic that typically sells well, we'll just go with this will be retargeting ad 2. Alright, so now we can set up our ads, which we want this. Let's put that in there we go. So we'll go into Power Editor as we like to start our ads. And you could also just click here and create ad from that. That's one way to go. I'm going to go Power Editor. Instagram ads. That'll be something we'll do later as well. As things work, we'll start using Instagram ads to expand more. Alright, so there's our 2 active. Now what we're going to do is we're going to put this into the WC because we use website conversions when we are doing retargeting. So what I'll do here, just grab this. I will duplicate. Keep same campaign, yes. Now what we're going to do though, let's change that back to our Cow Niche Master. $5 a day sounds good with a retargeting ad. Our audience will be changed. We're going to go with everyone 18 to 65. We'll actually go 16. All. Now in the custom audiences section, we're going to go Cow Whisper. There we go. The same audiences. That was the new one we just created. So about 220 of them can be reached on mobile. Okay, we're going to take these out. We don't need any interest. About 500 people. Looks good. Save. Now we'll create 3 of these where one's on the mobile, one's on the desktop, and one is on the desktop right column. Just double checking everything. Now we can change this. Retarget. What is this? This will be desktop. I know this is mobile. Mobile. I think that's it. Retargeting mobile. Yes. Alright, so then we'll go ahead and duplicate this as well. And we'll duplicate it twice actually. So we can do the desktop and the right hand side versions as well. And we're really playing around with what we're optimizing to. Whereas if I had only one niche per store, I would go ahead and optimize for the store niche here instead of this Cow Niche Master. Whereas my 19th store has quite a few different niches, so we like to optimize towards those buyers. This is desktop. And then also the right hand side ads. Alright, so now also what we want to do is add in those different ad styles we just created. We have right now it's just going, the retargeting ads are just going to be doing the existing post. And we really don't want to do that. This is our right hand column example and this is what would show. What we're going to do here instead is create an ad. Here's our URL. Our display URL, we'll just show 19th is fine. Text. Don't miss out on this great cow lover hoodie. Are you a cow whisperer? Don't miss out on this awesome cow lover hoodie. Alright, image. We're going to go ahead and select our images. We called them retargeting 1 and 2. Oop. Alright, so there is our first image. That's what it'll look like on the right hand sidebar. Now tracking, we could set up our improbably code here. Not going to worry about that. We'll go ahead and copy everything we have posted just so we don't have to worry about it when we're creating our next ones. Please excuse the wind sound if you hear that. All right. Now we can duplicate that. Now all we need to do is change the image here. We will upload our other one. All right, looks good. Looks good. All right, now we can edit these two as well. You might just go ahead and have it. Now, something simple. I'll duplicate and do our multiple hoodie. And lastly, our mobile version. Alright, the mobile version is great. And lastly, we will do the multiple hoodie version of that. And Facebook will, where this is in the third level of the Facebook ad breakdown, where it goes campaigns, then ad sets, then ads, what Facebook will do here on the ad level is it will see which of these converts better and it'll only show those. Where on the ad set level, it'll kind of show it all the way through, whereas if something's not working on this level, it won't spend money towards it and it'll only show the best. So that's what we're trying to figure out here. I'm just double checking everything, make sure it's all set up okay for retargeting. These are all WC campaigns, remember. Let's keep that, make sure that's correctly yes. And we'll go ahead and upload changes. 6 new ads, 3 new ad sets. Looks good. That's off the list. Checked our stats. We'll check again, like I said, in about 2-3 days, and we'll turn on and off anything that's needs to be. All right, so we got that. Next off, what we can do is we can start creating, where are we at here? where we have more, we did our initial interest as the large interest and the dialed in interest. Now we have more cow interest out there, where this is kind of our dialed in starting interest we started with. Here's a list of just like all the cow interests where we have to start with. Anything that's not bolded is something that we've not used in the starting. So we have the large ones like beef cattle or cattle feeding or just cattle. And those won't be a part of our second group, but we're going to go ahead and create a second PPE and WC base ad that uses this second dialed in group, just kind of expanding our reach even more again. So let's go ahead. I'll download again just to make sure it's all up there. Everything should be good to go. Let me double check our WC, make sure that the retargeting ads were added. Should be at the bottom. All ads are off. Okay, sometimes it does that. So let's go ahead on in there and we'll turn them on. Okay, maybe we just need to refresh. It looks good. Okay, cool. Just pending one ad. Gotcha. Cool. So yeah, we got the retargeting ad set up. Looks good. All right, now what we can go back to, we have both these. Like I said, we want to create a PPE and a WC campaign. So we'll start with the PPE. Here we are here. We're really going to mimic this one right here. So we can duplicate. We'll go $5 a day. That's good on this one. Now what we're going to do, like I said, is we're going to add in that second group of interest. So anything we don't have on our list, we'll try here. And some of them are a capitalized and a lowercase version. Keep that in mind. So as you can see, give you other suggestions where some of these I don't even have on my list, where I need to do my research, update it. I've not done the cow research in so long. But like Red Angus Association of America, definitely not on my list, and that is a cow niche. Cover crop solution. So like I said, you can just kind of go down here and see all types of cool stuff to add on your list. But let's go ahead and continue. And watch your numbers. We don't want to get too big on these, but we don't want to be too small. So we have got quite a few more people we can hit. All right, so there's our second group, which is pretty much double what we have on the other one. This is desktop and mobile again, no problem. Women, looking good. We'll go ahead and save that. And get that one started up as well. Now this should be going just directly to the same fan page post. Perfect. Now, like I said, we can add our tags, which on the next one I'm going to do in probably links, just as I figure out how to properly track conversions on these pixels. That's always been a kind of an issue with us, is it's hard to see exact pixels or exact conversion pixels that fire, where they don't always fire, where we like to have a secondary tracking system. And I'm just kind of double checking what we got here. So yeah, start second group cow interest, looks good. And we could do the same exact thing on the WC side, which I could go ahead and let's go ahead and we'll go dialed interest group 2. And I'm going to take this, I'm going to duplicate it and put it in the WC campaign. Version looks good. We'll grab our Initial in here. And we'll see 5 hours a day we'll work with this group. We'll in desktop. I'm going to go just mobile on these WCs. I don't know why I just like mobile better with website version. Just personal preference. I'm going to show you the right campaigns. So we have 2 new ads and 2 ads being created. Upload changes. All right, so we have our 2 ad sets. Make sure they're right. Interest group 2. And we will continue. Looks good. Now, once again, always I like to double check. Check out our PPE and our WC. There is our group 2. Our retargeting. Looking good. Group 2, nothing else. Perfect. All right. Cool. All right, so that is kind of the next step of scaling that first campaign. Now what we can do is we're going to go ahead and repeat this exact same process for another successful product, where this is the Cow Whisperer hoodie. We have a ton of other cow shirts that have success. So we're going to start with the second cow shirt, or if you have a physical product, whatever it may be, and we're going to go down the line of all our winners. Now in the next section of this, we're going to dive into, I'm going to show you guys how to set up dynamic ads and how we set up these slow drip ads to all our kind of maintenance products and our products that don't really rock it out of the house when we scale. But we still want traffic coming to our collections. We still want traffic coming to our stores and seeing the whole plethora of products we have. So that's what we're going to do in the next section, where I'm going to wait another 2 days or so. Let this traffic build up, let the data build up, so I can dive back in and show you guys exactly what's going on here and what decisions we're making, where we're going with it. So what I'm going to do now, like I said, is I'm going to jump into shirt number 2, and we're going to set up the exact same kind of breakdown that you've seen here. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Like I said, I'll be touching base with you again soon to show you the next steps of this process, and hopefully to have the whole Facebook pixel thing figured out completely on my end. Thanks, guys. Travis Patel. Talk to you soon.